Yo, what's good? It's Finn's Take with CB83. Coming to you for another banger. What's popping with everybody in the chat? What's good with y'all? What's cracking? You already know what time it is. It's Finn's Take with CB83, man. You already know how we get down, man. It's another camp update. You know how we rock. You know how we get down. You know how we get after it. Hey, it's a Monday. Glad you guys had a great start to the week. Got a little Miami Dolphins news out of camp. Them boys are on day 5, just wrapped up day 5 of the camp. Man, I'm loving what I'm hearing out of camp so far. Loving what I'm hearing out of camp so far. Shout out to the homie Marinos Go in the building first. Fins up with the football emoji. You already know what time it is, my boy. Yes, sir. Let's get it cracking. Bring the energy, Marinos Go. Bring the freaking energy. Yes, sir. Shout out to the Marinos Go who was in here first. We always got to get it. The guy in here first, the love. We got to give him the energy. Shout out to the homie King Grizzy Live presents. King Grizzy is one of the homies. He's actually a New York Paper Planes fan. Can you guys believe that? Can you guys believe that shit? Yes, so that is King Grizzy. He says you guys got Dalvin yet. Hey, do you guys have Dalvin yet? Do you have Dalvin yet, Jets?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Hey, because y'all don't have him yet either. And the fact that y'all wined and dined that dude. So you wined and dined him, let him come to camp, get in front of the little cameras for the little HBO Hard Knocks situation, got him all in front of the cameras, got him all juiced up, and then you let him leave the building without signing a deal? What is this about? You guys have the art of closing. Go read the book, The Art of Closing. Grizz, I think you know something about closing, bro. You guys can't let him walk out of the building without signing a deal. Now he gets the opportunity to think about it. Oh, man, it's a bad look. And now he's thinking Cinderella story. He's thinking the Miami Dolphins, bro. So, hey, appreciate you coming through, Kring Gizzy. Even though you're a Paper Planes fan, I still rock with you. You my boy, Blue. Shout out to the homie Frank Wright. Hey, Frank Wright says he's only here to support. The Dolphins are trash. Hey, this guy is a Tampa Bay Bucks fan, so you already know. I mean, Baker Mayfield. I have nothing else to say. Now, you guys did get a chip, right? You did it the right way. You bought a team and went and got a chip. I can't be mad at that. You got you one. So I'm gonna let you rock, but just know our time is coming, bro. Our time is coming. It's happening. You already know what time it is. You know how we get down, baby. We coming. Fins up. The homie Raul Parada, who's in the members gang. Shout out to the members gang, man. How many different versions of practice happened in day one? Man, a lot. There's a lot of versions. So that's why you got to take everything you hear with a grain of salt. You can't listen to everybody out here. Or if you listen, that's cool. Listen, take it in, right? Go watch something else. Maybe you go read something else. Kind of take that into, mesh it together, see what you come up with, right? That's how you do it, man. Don't just listen to one person. I'm telling you that right now, because there's a lot of people out here. So get your information from multiple people. I try to do a little bit of everything. I try to listen to the YouTube guys, try to listen to people who were at practice, try to listen to the beat reporters and read some of what they got to say, watch their Twitter, see what they're talking about on Twitter. There's a bunch of different information out here, almost too much, right? So take what you can, digest what you can, and put it together. And that's what I do. I try to just go, put the pieces of the puzzle together, what I think happened, and then bring it to you guys in a cool fashion, right? Because we don't do nothing that's not cool over here. So appreciate everybody coming through. Big ups to the member gang. The captain of the squad is the homie Shake Money. The squad consists of William Perry, Chef Jew, Raul Parada, Cruz Ruiz, Shake Money as the 5th member, but he's also the captain. Andravia Shaw. We also have Irvin Figueroa, who's the 7th member. We got G, who's 8th. And then we got the homie Big Slick out of New York, who's number 9 in the members gang. So shout out to all the people in the members game. You can become a YouTube member by clicking on the join button it's got to be done from a laptop or a desktop, which is super whack. Because I was actually looking to do like a screen record video of me joining it from like my wife's phone or something like that. Couldn't do it because you can't do it on your phone, which is so lame. YouTube needs to kind of catch up with some of this stuff. Like they got to figure it out. And it hurts us as content creators. So you got to do it from a laptop or desktop. You got to go to my page. And it's actually, if you click the link in the description, it'll kind of take you right to it. And then you just punch on the join button. So easy to do. And I kind of check it. I got to go back and check it every now and then because people do become members. And then I don't get like the notifications or anything. So it's a little difficult how that's done. It's kind of weird. But I do go back and check it. And I created a members only post today. So um, I have some stuff coming out where some guys are suggesting what we should do and how we should approach it. So expect the members to kind of get involved. And right now we have 9 members, right? The homie Adam Sadowski is a member. So shout out to the homie Adam Sadowski. He's also a member. He's actually the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10th. He's the 10th member. So he's in the talented 10, bro. So really appreciate you. I'll get that updated. So you're in there, Adam. Appreciate you coming through. Appreciate all the members. They help support the channel. I'll be going down to training camp. I saw TD got shut down today. What's up with that? What's up with that, Miami Dolphins? Y'all tripping on the content creators? We can't even get out there and show y'all what's going on or talk to you about it. Hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully, it's not a situation. Hopefully it's not a situation. But when I go down there, I'm going to be super professional. Keep it cordial, mic'd up. I'm not going to show any video or anything. I'm just going to kind of tell you guys what I'm seeing. I'm not going to be able to really show video. I'm going to try not to, but we'll see how it works out, man. The Miami Dolphins might be tripping, but we'll see. We'll get it in. However we get it in, we'll make it shake. So shout out to everybody in the chat. Manny, you weren't first, Manny. Don't come in here talking about you were first, bro. You was not first. Stop playing, bro. Shout out to the homie Big Philly, Miami Fan Talk Show. That's the homie. Dre is the homie in the members gang. What's good with you, Dre? What's popping? Click, clack, bang. Adam Sadowski says, fins up, y'all. The homie Kane's in the building. The homie Wayne D is in the building. Yes, sir. Wayne D says, cook me, please. Cook me, please. Get me Dalvin Cook. That's what I want. I want Dalvin Cook.
He got cooked.
Adrian, you didn't go down like that, huh?
He got cooked.
Get me cooked because I want to yell, he got cooked for real. Appreciate everybody coming through, man. Cruz in the building. He says, what's good, CB83? What's good, Cruz? Adam, I got you. You are number 10. I didn't forget about you, bro. You see, I caught that, bro. I caught it. A-Chain showing them wheels. A-Chain-ish. I heard he's showing some wheels. I heard he got some yardage on a couple runs today. Broke a couple tackles. We'll see how that shakes out, right? Yeah, man. Who is this? Dre, what you talking about? I can't do them puss ass spaces no more, Cruz. Keep holding it down. POP, hold it down. Oh man, he going in on the spaces. Yeah, those spaces be. We're not even gonna get into that. We'll get into that later. Hey, shout out to the homie G is in the building. G's in the members gang too. Shout out to you, G. He said I would throw a name out there who probably ratted, but we probably thinking the same name. Who ratted? Tell me about it. Tell me about it. T emoji, what's up? Who ratted? Tell me about it, G. JR Black, what's good? Great day, fam. Bring Cook home, damn it. Yes, sir. Bring Cook to the crib. The hashtag Cook to the crib. Y'all get on IG, Twitter. Get on Twitter. Hashtag, tag me in it on Twitter. Say CB83. Say Fins Take with CB83. Said hashtag Cook to the crib. That's what I want. Cook, hashtag Cook to the DA crib. That's what I want, man. I want to see Cook to the crib. I need it in our life. And at the least, shit, you keep him from going to the Jets, right? That's at the least. Come on, Chris Greer. We trying to win a championship. We don't want nothing in our way, man. Hey, I don't want Aaron Rodgers and Dalvin Cook in my way. Bro, we play them twice a year. That's 2 games we're going to need to get this home field advantage and go get this chip. We need to beat them twice. Hey, I know, division game, right? It's going to be tough, but I need to get them twice. Go get Dalvin so we can run over them dudes, right? Hey, my man Wayne D says, I got you tonight when I get to my studio. Yes, sir. My man Wayne D said he got to get on his desktop and join the members gang. Hey, Wayne D, I saw your music too. You be killing it, bro. We got to talk. You go ahead to, hey, you might have to do a little intro or something for the show, bro. I see you killing it. Hey, and I'm locked in with my members gang. G, we got to talk too. G, we got to talk. G said I deleted that on his on this end. Dang, nah. So I appreciate you guys coming out. Let's get into these camp updates. There's a couple of things I wanted to talk about. And let me pull my notes up real quick. Because there's a lot going on at camp. But I really wanted to touch on, we'll go over day 5 first. Let's go over day 5 first. And then we're going to get into talking about some week 1 observations, right? Because I want to kind of recap the week. I mean, they've been practicing for 5 days. So Omar did like a week 1 recap, which was cool. I like the run recap because we can kind of look at different areas and see what's going on, right? It's cool to do it day by day, but it's cool to kind of recap the week and, look at the strong points from the week or what you did that week and how it worked out. So I'm look forward to that. My man Cruz says I need to watch film with some of y'all for sure, bro. It's all about watching the film and educating yourself and getting after it, man. Now, some tidbits from camp. Tidbits from camp. I see it. Hey, Cake Master, I see you. Cake Master said Cam Smith balling out there. Yeah, I heard the young kids playing. I heard he's playing good football. And that's all we need at this point. We need dudes stepping up, making plays, getting after it, bringing out the dog in them dudes. That's what we need. And I think Fangio's got it figured out. He's got it figured out. He knows his talent. He knows how to lock it in. I heard David Long was bringing that funk today. What? What are y'all? Hey, boy, we going to be a problem in that middle. We finally got somebody who can come downhill and hit somebody. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Yes, sir, Wayne D. I need that. I need them tunes, bro. We got to do that. We got to set that up. Yes, sir. Cam Smith and David Long Jr. Yes, sir. Hey, them boys was getting after it today. And that's what I like to hear. I like to hear the defense getting after it, right? I know the offense is going to come along. I know them dudes will be fine, right? We were top 6 last year, top 10 last year without having some of the players we have today and also being better, just being better as a unit, bro. Being better as a unit. I think that's important. So let's get into talk about these camp updates, right? So day 5 recap. First thing is I like to talk about the orange jersey and who had it. Who had the orange jersey today? Y'all tell me who had the orange jersey today. I think the Miami Dolphins might be sending a message to Dalvin Cook, right? Who had the orange jersey? It was your boy Raheem Mostert who had the orange jersey today. So he must have made some plays yesterday. I saw a play he made yesterday. It was a red zone play. He ran I think it was a wheel route, or it was like an out and up on the goal line. Basically ran to the back corner of the end zone and Tua delivered it right to him for a touchdown. So good catch there by Mostert. But that probably was one of the plays who that contributed towards him getting that orange jersey. So keep that in mind. So he's out there making plays. It's good to see Mostert do his thing. Now today at camp, we had no Jeff Wilson at practice. So Jeff Wilson didn't practice. No Keon Crossan. And then you had Brandon Jones and Trill Williams wearing the red non-contact jerseys. So when you see the red jerseys, all the quarterbacks wear the red jerseys. And then there's some guys like Brandon Jones, Trill Williams, who had on the red jersey as well because they don't want them getting contact. They're coming back from injury, so they want to kind of ease them in, get them the reps without them getting pushed around physically, right? So those guys had on the red jersey. Kind of talking about, also another tidbit. This is interesting. right? So Win came off the PUP yesterday, I think, right? So Win came off the PUP list yesterday. I think he practiced today. Um, Also, Teron Armstead um, came off the PUP as well. So we got him back. He's coming back to practice. So he'll probably be eased in gradually over the next few days and kind of ramp up as, as the season approaches. But Teron Armstead back at practice. We're going to have the full offensive line unit for the first time since we've been in the camp. So we're gonna have that whole unit ready to go, and that's what I like to see. As a coach who coached offensive line, I just know the importance of having my five guys in the game, getting the reps with the ones, with the first running backs and with the receivers and with the entire unit, because I know they're going to be an integral part into our unit being successful. So I know that's very, very important. Just making sure those guys are getting those reps with the ones and just understanding the communication. There's a lot of communication along the offensive line, whether you're double teaming, whether you're pulling, right? So these guys know the plays. They know their plays, right? But they go up to the line of scrimmage and they're communicating. They're like, "Yo, I'm gone on this play. Rob, I'm gone. Right? I'm gone on this play. I'm leaving." That if Teron Armstead tells Robert Hunt that he's leaving, that means he's pulling or he's going outside or doing something that's going to leave a void, maybe in his area where he's going to be. So just little stuff like that, the communication, the double teams. Hey, it's us on this. Let's take this guy and move up to linebacker. Right. So that little stuff makes a difference. And that's why I like having the full unit there, the starters there, because it gets them into the swing of the season and how they'll play. Right. And talking about the season, right? Mike McDaniels had an interview today, and he talked about the practice schedule and how it changed, right? So Mike McDaniels has went to this 3 days on, 1 day off, and then like a scrimmage or exhibition, right? And then cranking back up with practice, right? So he does this 3 days off, or 3 days on, 1 day off thing. Now he does this, he said, because he wants it to be like the season, right? Because during the season, these guys are usually practicing hard Wednesday through Friday, right? So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday are days that these guys are really getting after it during practice. Saturday is usually like a walkthrough day, um, just going through some stuff, meeting with coaches, getting prepared for the game, and then Sunday is game day, right? So not much to do at that point. So Mike McDaniels, what he's trying to do right now is implement a system where the practice schedule is just like the game schedule, right? So that's what he's trying to implement. Now, the bad thing about this, and I don't know if it's necessarily a bad thing, is just that it could limit some of the execution, right? Because you're not getting as many physical reps out there on the field, right? So that could be a situation, right? So that's part of it. And this is my wife calling me. Hold on one second. What's up, babe? I'm live. I told you that. Hello? Hello. No, you didn't read the message. I'll call you back. Hey, what's up, baby? Love you. I love you. Bye. All right. So yeah, sorry about that. That was a wife and kids. So yeah, I think at that point you're just trying to find a way for them to continue to execute, but there's other ways too. Like those days where they're off, they could be having a big classroom day where they're meeting and really going over personnel packages and where they want guys to play. So that could be a big meeting day. So that could be a situation. Hey, that man said, "Watch out for the feds." Yeah, watch out for they tripping out there. They tripping out there. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. We got 30 in the room. Hit the like, please. I appreciate you guys coming through. We've kind of we've talked about the Jeff who was at practice, right? Now somebody said that was 2 days in a row for Jeff Wilson. Has that been 2 days in a row for Jeff Wilson of missing practice? Ah, man. Come on, man. Hey, we only got this is my concern about the backfield. we really only have one power back, like one guy who can kind of run it up in there, who can take the beating a little bit, and that's Jeff Wilson Jr. If he can't be there or be available, then we really just become a kind of one-dimensional backfield, right? And that's what I don't want. I don't want us having three scat backs and a guy like Jeff Wilson who can run it up in there and be more balanced, right? I need the versatility. And that's why I want a guy like Dalvin Cook, because he's a guy you can keep on that every down and it not be a situation. And you kind of scare defenses with him because he's a dog. Top 100 player, top 5 runner in the league. He's a good player, right? Now, if you got 3, 4 running backs like Gaskins, Ahmed, A-Chain, Mostert, who are just fast, quick guys, smaller guys, can't take the beating. And then you got one guy in Jeff Wilson who can kind of take the beating, but sometimes he gets banged up and he's a little hurt. That bothers me because there's going to be points in the game, right, where there's 4 minutes left in the game and you really just want to run the football down teams' throats. You want to be physical. This is my problem with it because Mike McDaniels, when he came in, right, he was like, hey, I want to be a physical football team who imposes their will on other defenses, right? You do that by running the football, right? And you got to do that with a guy who's running the football, who can run hard and who doesn't mind running up in there and taking the hits, right? If we don't have one of those guys, then we really can't be that team. We just can't be that, right? So that's my problem with the backfield right now. You just lack the versatility there. And if Chris Greer and Mike McDaniel are listening, I think they know this. I think they really do understand the concept of what I'm saying. Like your backfield is a little unbalanced in terms of what you can do and how you can do it, right? So that's why I want to see the versatility. Of course, Jonathan Taylor would be great, right? In a perfect world, we would have drafted his ass and he'd already be a Dolphin. But I don't want to pay for a guy twice. I just can't pay for a guy twice. So I don't want to pay for him with draft picks and pay for him with compensation. Like we still got to pay the guy, 15 to 16, 17 million dollars a year. A lot of you guys didn't even want to pay for Dalvin. This man, Chase Edmonds, made $6 million a year last year, $7 million a year. Y'all don't want to pay Dalvin $7 million? You're getting him at a discount, a big discount, because he's worth more than that. But the market is down, so I can understand you buying low. I'm going to buy low too. It's like the stock market. Of course I'm going to buy Dalvin low. Why wouldn't I? I'm going to get the use out of him. I'm going to get my $7 million worth. The boy's going to be carrying the ball. He got to. In a screen game, he's going to catch it and get ghosts on him. Check downs, I can line him up wide. I can put him at receiver. I can do a lot with him, right? There's some versatility there. And that's why you get a guy like Dalvin, because he can do a lot. If you guys haven't seen my video of how I showed the film of Christian McCaffrey in San Francisco's offense and how Dalvin Cook will be used in our offense, go check it out. I watch the film. I break it down. I show you guys exactly what I'm seeing, right? It don't take my word. Go take the film's word. The eye in the sky don't lie. So a lot of people talk about, oh, we don't need Dalvin. Oh, he too much. But you want Jonathan Taylor? Bro, make it make sense. Huh? What? Bro, what are you talking
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
You can't have your cake and eat it too. I'm sorry. That's not what we do around here. You got to be realistic, right? So saying you want Jonathan Taylor and saying you don't want Dalvin Cook, that don't even make sense to me, bro. That's like asinine. That's asinine takes, right? And if you see people in the community doing that, just shake your head. You ain't even got to say nothing to them. Just shake your damn head. Shula Forever was good. He says, stop CB. Hey, Wayne D says family first. Shout out to the members gang. Cruz is in here. Raul P is in here. Adam Sadowski is in here. Yes, sir. Shake Money was in here. A lot of the members are in here, man. If y'all want to join the members gang, be sure to hit the like, share, and subscribe. But also on your desktop or laptop, go to the home page and join. Click the join button there. That's how you become a member. So appreciate you guys coming through. I see the homies in the building. Mr. Miami is in here. DG Live is in here. What's good, bro? He said, what's good, brother, at work? Wish you was on later. I know, bro. I know. We'll get it in soon. We definitely will get it in soon. ABAB, what's popping with you? Um, my man Adam says, I hear fans say they want a big back for short yardage, but can't we use Ingo for that? I get it. You can use Ingo for that. But keep in mind, you can use Ingo for that. But Ingo is also a great blocker, right? So when you think about the box, when you think about how you run the football, the running the football is really a numbers game, right? You want your best blockers on the defense, right? And you really want to have the numbers in your favor. So you want 8 blockers as opposed to having 7, defenders, because that's ideal, right? So if you use a guy like Engel as a runner, you take away his blocking ability, right? And honestly, he's one of the best blockers on the field at all times, on any field, in any game. He's the best blocker on the field. The dude just gets it done blocking wise, right? So when you turn him into a runner, guess what you're taking away? You're taking away one great block that could get you in the end zone. So you have to keep that in mind. Of course, it's ideal. Fullback can run the short yardage. It'd be ideal, of course. But also, if you run that ISO with Ingo and you put him on a linebacker, 9 times out of 10, he's gonna make that block and he's gonna get us into the end zone. So you got to think about the numbers game, right? It's easy to say, hey, hand Ingo the ball because he's a short yardage guy. He can just pound it up in there. But hey, what if it's a little bit longer than 1 yard? What if it's 2 or 3 and it's a 4th down and we really need it to extend the game, right? You give it to Dalvin and you let Ingo be the lead blocker for him. Better percentages. You got a better play there, a better percentage. You're most likely going to get that first down as long as your O line is a little bit competent and they can just get in front of people for a couple seconds. It's going to happen. So you got to keep that in mind too. So continuing on with some of the updates. So we talked about the guys who were out. We talked about Mostert having the orange jersey. When I look at some of the beat reporters, are saying some of the offensive linemen are kind of standing out in periods, right? And I looked at a tweet from Omar in particular, and he said there was a one-on-one situation with the offensive lineman and the defensive lineman. And he said the person who really stood out in that period was Dan Feeney, right? Dan Feeney is playing the guard spot. He could be challenging Liam Eichenberg for that starting guard spot or win for that starting guard spot. So that could be a situation, right? We'll see how it ends up working out. The rest of the guys kind of traded, one won the rep, one lost the rep, but Dan Feeney kind of stood out. Maybe that becomes a situation where Dan Feeney is pushing Win for that starting guard spot. And maybe Win sees that and he's eager to get back to practice because he knows he's going to be challenged in that unit. So, and you got to keep in mind, right? All of these guys in these units, whether they're hurt or not, they're sitting in the meetings, they're watching the film, they're understanding what guys are doing well and what they're not doing well. And if guys are playing well, some of these guys who are hurt, they're going to be more eager to get off pup and get back to practice, right? Now, another bright spot I heard about was Kendall Lamb, right? Kendall Lamb is kind of vowing for that swing tackle spot, right? Austin Jackson on one side, Kendall Lamb is on the other, playing for Teron Armstead right now. Teron Armstead is coming off the pup. He came off the pup today. Is that because, hey, Kendall Lamb is playing so well that he could be challenging Armstead for a spot, or he could be pushing Armstead to get back because Armstead sees what kind of plays he's making and how he's playing? That could be the case, right? I know Armstead wants to get into practice to kind of get things going because at this point, it's important for him to kind of get in with the guys, start the communication, start practicing, start preparing his body. So I understand that. But this swing tackle thing is going to be very interesting to see how guys how it kind of finalizes itself after training camp is over. So it's going to be very interesting to see, and you want to keep checking back on this. The beat reporters are there every day. They kind of have a clue of what's going on in regards to these position battles and what's going on, right? They have a beat on who's challenging who. So be sure to check out their content, whether it's articles or whatever it is, be sure to check it out because they have a beat on who's playing and who's challenging who, right? That's going to be important. Now, getting into the defense. Now, I heard David Long is so the Pats came on today. Knock day happened, right? That's what we call it when the Pats come on. We call it knock day, right? When the Pats come on, that means hey, it's click clack bang, it's getting after it. Ain't no more half stepping. You separate the men from the boys very quickly, right? Um, so when the pads come on and you get in these 11 on 11 drills, you can see who really them dudes, right? You can see that right away. And that's what it's important for us to gauge. And I heard David Long just came out swinging today, right? I heard he came out swinging today, and that could be as a result of just, hey, he's a good football player, right? And we haven't seen a linebacker who could read, react, get downhill right away. We just haven't had those guys. Landon Roberts, let me not say we haven't had those guys. Landon Roberts was a good linebacker for us, right? A good linebacker. He outplayed his contract. He was underpaid for sure. Outplayed his contract. That's all I'm looking for, guys who can outplay their contract. Now, Jerome Baker, a little overpaid for what he does. I'd like to see if he's getting paid that type of money, I want to see you get downhill, stick somebody in the backfield. I do. I'm sorry. That's what I want. If you're getting paid like a top 10 linebacker, top 15 linebacker, bro, you got to be coming downhill right away. No half stepping. Trust your eyes. See it. Missile, ball. Bam. Knock that shit out. Right? That's what I want to see. But Jerome Baker hasn't been that for us. He's been more of a read, try to shed a block, chase a guy down, chase down, wrangle tackle, roll around on the ground like an alligator, right? It's been that type of situation. Now he's a good player. He could blitz and do stuff like that. We just haven't had an enforcer in the middle. And that's what this unit has been lacking, that enforcer in the middle at the linebacker spot. Our linebacker spot has been the weak spot for a couple years now. It's just been the weak spot. And we've kind of hid them between the secondary. Typically, we couldn't hide them last year because the secondary was bad. But between the secondary and the D line, because the D line's been pretty good for the most part. They've been, outstanding. But we're learning that this front seven that Miami is fielding now, that Vic Fangio is coaching, is impressive, right? You hear the guys talking about how they're some of the best. This might be the best unit they've ever seen. The offensive guys are saying this unit is good. They're tough to block, things like that. So I'm impressed with where they are right now. I know David Long is going to be an integral part of the defense, right? Now, what scares me about David Long, right, is the injury, right? And I know this unit is very it's very light, and I would typically say it's very light in the ass, right? They don't have a lot of guys. They only have really 5 guys. I think one of their guys is, hurt right now. So they only have 5 guys. So it's very light. So they got to find a way to stay healthy. And if David Long goes down, that leaves me with a little bit of unease, right? Now, Van Ginkel could be a guy that steps in and plays that role on the inside, but I just don't think he's that type of linebacker, right? I don't think he's ever been that type of linebacker to play inside, play downhill, be fast. I think he's more of an outside guy. I think that's where he eats, being around the ball, rushing the passer, stuff like that, right? So I like the thought of just maybe adding more depth there, right? Because if David Long goes down, knock on wood, it doesn't, right? We want everybody to stay healthy. Then you're lacking something there. So we may need another guy in that unit to push these guys. Hopefully, Aubrey Miller can step in and be a guy too, the undrafted free agent out of Jackson State who played for Dion. Maybe he can step in and be a guy too, man. So that's what I'm hoping, right? But David Long Jr., I heard, set the tone today, coming downhill. I actually have a play to show you guys. Let me go to my Twitter real quick. So I want to show you guys this play, and it shows basically David Long kind of getting downhill and making a play. He's also so this is my thing about David Long too. The dude is just very elusive, right? He gets away from guys. And that's what we need. We need linebackers who are not going to take on every block and get blocked all the time. We need guys who are going to get not even avoid the blocker, bro. Go around him and make the play. That's what we need. So let me do this. I'm going to share screen. I want to share uh, this screen here, not that one. This screen here. All right. Come on, man. What you doing? All right. So let me do this real quick. So this is a play, basically a run play. It looks like almost like a inside zone or outside zone to the left. Let me go ahead and make it bigger for you. You see David Long right here in the middle, right? This is David Long in the middle. Let's check the play out. You got that looks like a tight end or in goal going in motion. Oh, actually, he just backs up, right? We got a little audible, maybe a little switcheroo, right? So Tua sees something, right? He makes a call, and the guys just kind of get up and switch it. And let's see that again so we can see what went down. And I'm gonna pause it. All right, and this is important for us to understand, right? So Tua sees something and he switches it, right? This is what I want you guys to understand about the game of football. It's simply a numbers game. That's all it is, right? Tua is just simply counting. Hey, how many guys do I have on this side of the field? How many blockers do I have? Right? So when he looks at this right side of the field, right? He's facing these guys. If he looks at the right side of the field, I'm calling this bottom side the right side. It looks like in the box, he has 1, 2, 3. It looks like this guy might be head up. So maybe 3 to 4 guys on this side. It looks like he has 1, 2, 3 in this linebacker on this left side. So this probably says to Tua, hey, I'm going to switch it and take this play to the other side. So I'm going to switch the run, right? So he could have said in this play, hey, instead of running it at the right side, and he could have said something like, check, 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 Hercules, 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 Hercules. And that could mean switch the play to the other side, right? And then the other guys see that, right? It moves the fullback. Look at the fullback. I think the fullback was first over on this. He was offset, right? Let's see it. Right? So the fullback is first offset on the right side, right? Now the fullback on the check, he goes to right behind Tua. And the play becomes more balanced, right? Now, as the play is developed, right? As the play develops, you see the fullback shift over a little bit, right? He shifts to the left, and then he's going to run up in the hole, right? And there's a collision there. But it's messy in there. But David Long is right there to make the play, right? He's right there to make the play, and you can just see his read and reaction. You can see the offensive lineman really trying to climb and get to him, but he's really just running so fast that they don't have an opportunity to cut him off, right? All these guys on the front side are blocked, and that's typically what happens, right? So when you look at this front side, right, these guys are usually, oh, I'm blocking this guy in this gap, right? They're not thinking to get up to a linebacker and get a linebacker cut off because nobody's there. They don't see him yet. All they see is this linebacker on the front side, and they might figure that he's blocked or being taken care of. But David Long's coming from the backside of the play, It looks like one of the linemen, this lineman here, is trying to get to him. But you can even hear the crowd say, "Ooh!" Like he really got a good stick on him, right? So I'm gonna run it back and we'll play it from right here. So you can see he's just playing, and that's what they want. They want guys who are going to play downhill and play fast, man. That's what Vic Fangio's looking for. He's looking for guys who are playing fast, playing downhill, and who aren't scared to stick their nose up in there and make the play, bro. Because at the linebacker position, that's what you really need. You need a guy who's just not afraid to go in there and wreak havoc. That's what you need. Um, so here we go. Moving on a little bit, we're going to talk about. Actually, let's go through. Since we're on Twitter, we might as well do this. I wanted to go through some of the stuff I posted on my Twitter. Let me share this. Give me 1 second. So this is another play where David Long makes a good play. Let me add this to the stream real quick. Share screen. There we go. All right, now this is and this is what I like to see too. And man, I didn't see enough of this last year. Mike McDaniel, please keep doing what you're doing. Cruz said, "Is this a new mic?" No, is it? Does it sound better? Does it sound better? Let me know, man. Not a new mic; it's the same mic. You know what happened though, Cruz? I got some headphones, and the headphones really make a difference. I can hear myself, so it makes it sound a lot better. And if you're starting a podcast or starting something, even if you're in like panels or stuff like that, headphones are always the way. You're just gonna not talk over people and you're gonna sound a lot better. So not a new mic, man, not a new mic, but I do have on headphones now so I can hear myself as I stream. So this here is actually a reverse play, and this is what I like to see. This is two in the game. I like to see Mike McDaniel getting creative with Tyreek right away, getting him involved in the game. This is a reverse to Tyreek, right? So let's take a look at it. So you got a guy going in motion. This guy's in a red jersey, so it must be it's a non-contact guy. So you can't really hit him like that. You got a guy coming across the formation. The running back is going up into the hole. There's going to be a fake handoff there. You got Tyreek on the backside coming around. This lineman is pulling, and he's pulling toward, this outside right here because he's going to cut off anything that's trying to come for Tyreek on the reverse. Now, what we got to understand about this is that could be a telltale sign for the linebacker. So when a linebacker sees a lineman pulling, he's typically going to go towards that area because that's where the play is usually going. So that could have been a telltale sign to tell the linebackers, hey, I'm going right now because the play is coming this way, right? So it doesn't matter what the running back's doing, right? And that's why it's important to have an offensive coordinator who can mix this shit up, right? Because if you can't mix it up and throw the defense off and throw and pull alignment and not go that way, then you're going to have a hard time. If you pull alignment every time to where you go, the linebackers are going to know exactly where you're running the ball every time. But that's why it's important for them to mix it up. Hey, sometimes I'm going to send this lineman this way and not even run that way. I'm just going to send them there to block off the edge and cut off the last man on the line of scrimmage or something like that. So it's important for them to do that. So here you have the lineman coming towards Tyreek. Tyreek's coming from the backside. The running back is acting like he's getting the ball and going to the left, right? That's what we see so far. Here we go. Tyreek gets it right there, right? Gets it right there. David Long's at this linebacker position. Watch what happens, right? Nobody there to cut him off, right? Nobody there to cut him off. We got one guy, two guys, three guys. This third guy here is looking for safety level, right? This guy is doing a good job. He's engaged on his block. This guy should be coming for this guy. One of these guys here, one of these linemen, need to get David Long blocked. If you don't get David Long blocked, he's gonna tackle Tyreek, and it's gonna be a bad play. But if you get him blocked, shit, this might be to the crib. It really might be to the crib. Right? He's not blocked. He gets pushed in the back. At this point, he's breaking down. He knows he's got to make the play. And he gets him back there. Right? If he's able to tag off like that and square up, most likely Tyreek is getting tackled on that play. Now, he could have made a move on him and got ghost. Right? And that's what it looks like he tries to do here. But that might have been stopped in the backfield, maybe in the backfield, maybe not in the backfield, but for a short play by David Long Jr., right? But just because he was in the right place at the right time, made the right play. So check it out. Watch him again. He's in the middle. Fast, instinctive, sees the ball, goes, gets ball, right? See ball, get ball. That's the motto. Now, what I want you guys to see too, and I think this is Duke Riley in the game. It looks like Duke Riley. This is Duke Riley. I'll show you where he's at. This is him in the middle right here, right? This is Duke Riley in the middle. You got David Long over here on the other side. Watch how Duke Riley kind of gets lost in the sauce. He doesn't know who has the ball. So he goes for the running back. And you see David Long Jr. go for Tyreek on the backside. Check it out. Right? And this could have been a blitz, right? Because he goes right away. There's no hesitation. He's going now. But he thinks this running back has the ball. Duke, he doesn't have the ball. Tyreek has the ball, and he's coming around this way. So you can see Duke Riley get faked out. Now, that may be his responsibility on the play, right? That just may be his responsibility. We don't know because we don't know the scheme. But we know that he's taken out of the play because he's on the running back, and the ball is in Tyreek's hands. But I do like to see these defenders back here tagging off. I think that's important. Just getting the guys used to running to the football, hustling, not taking plays off. I think that's important. So that's a good job from the defense, just kind of making sure they're running after the football. So that's another play that David Long made today that was impressive to me that I saw. Now, a couple of other plays. Let's look here. I want to look at. All right, Tua finds Easy E over the middle. Now, so look, getting into this play. Now, I think this play might have been a sack. I think I saw somebody say it live. It was probably a sack. He held on to it or tried to roll out or do something and found Easy over the middle. I don't think this is a play where it was a completion. So take this play with a grain of salt because this could have been a sack on Tua trying to roll out on this one. So check it out.
There we go. There we go.
So yeah, Tua kind of gets out of the pocket. He kind of stands back there for a second and then tries to shift to the left and roll out a little bit. And then he turns and sees Easy E sitting down in the middle of the field, and he hits him for a strike, and then he takes off. This could have been a sack, so take it with a grain of salt.
There we go. There we go.
Now we have seen Tua make plays like that too. So it wouldn't surprise me if Tua was able to make a play like that. He's good enough to make those plays. He does a good job doing that. So keep that in mind as well. Tua can make some of those plays. Now let me get back to my profile where I was at. And then there's a couple more plays, maybe one or two more. So we saw David Long. We saw his plays. Cam Smith made a couple good plays. Let's take a look at this one real quick. So I think this was Tyreek to not Tyreek, but two of the Tyreek. Check this out. All right, so you got a little motion there, right? It's definitely a pass play. You see the linebacker, right? Linebacker's helping with the end man on the line of scrimmage. He's just making sure that this edge is set. So this is the running back here. Watch him set the edge, making sure that guy's pinned inside. Tua has pretty good protection right now. Now that left tackle spot, that could have been rough. That could have been a sack because that guy came really fast. So watch him. And that's the thing. This lineman here, whoever's at left tackle, is just opening up the gate and just letting this guy through. You got to do a better job of stepping in front of him and trying to wall him off. If you just open up the window, guess what he's going to do? He's going to run through the freaking window. So you can't just turn your body position and ole and give him a free run to the quarterback. You really have to step into him, lower your shoulder, use your hands, get in front of him, and move your feet. So opening up the window isn't what you got to do here. You got to do a better job of blocking. And that's on the left tackle. He's got to do a better job there. You got no help, bro. So whatever's coming off that end, you got to take it. So a really good throw to Tyreek. Let's see how many yards that was. That was about a 15-yard strike, like a 15-yard out route. Let's see. And what I do like, see, and this is the attention to detail. I do like that Mike McDaniels has sticks out there. He's preparing for game situations, right? You see the chains here. You see the yard marker, right? Good coaches prepare like this. Good coaches prepare for making plays in the game and getting the third downs and understanding where the chains are and stuff like that. So you see here that the chains are right here. Tyreek does a good job of getting the proper depth, and Tua does a good job of delivering on the play, getting the first down, and continuing to move the chains. That's what you want to see. That's the attention to detail. Everybody will point out this clip, right, and say, oh, this is a great play, but they won't look at the situation, what's going on in the game. Hey, maybe it's 3rd down and 10 or 3rd down. Right now, it looks like it's about 3rd down and 8, 3rd down and 9. So it's a long 3rd down, right? These are harder plays to complete, especially in the flow of the game. So you got to understand that, hey, this is a period where he's working on certain things. 3rd and 8, we see him try to get the first down. I don't know if it's 3rd down, but we know, hey, he's trying to get the first down. He's pushing to the sticks. He's doing the out route, and he's getting there, and they're delivering on the play. So good to see here. Good to see here. We'll run it one more time. And look at the movement, right? You see, I like to point this out too. People have been talking about the Vic Fangio defense, right? You got one safety at about 18 yards, right? So this is 10, 15. He's at about 17 yards. You got another safety at what? 14 yards. You got 2 corners at 10, exactly at 10. And then you got your linebackers at about 4 yards depth, right? So that's what you have there. And then you have, and what you guys got to understand is this probably is a 3rd down. It looks like a 3rd down play because you don't have your corners playing 10 yards off in a situation like this unless you feel like, hey, they're trying to get to the sticks, right? Even still, we still get there and make the play. But look how Fangio rolls the coverage. So he gives him one look. It's kind of a too high look initially, right? You could consider this too high safety. These guys roll down. One blitzes, right? One comes to help. So when one leaves, you got to bring one up to help in that area. So you can see this safety here kind of rolls up. Maybe he's playing the flat or playing that zone. Check it out. Right? He's just playing that middle of the field right here, that zone area. Right? He kind of stays in that area. But look at the flat. Flat's wide open right now. But Tua probably knows, hey, I need to get the first down. It looks like when I try to zoom in, I can't really zoom in, but it looks like it may be fourth down, right? It looks like it may be fourth down on the yard marker. I'm not sure, but he's getting to the sticks, right? And this guy here, this guy on the top side, is doing a really good job of push the post. That post is going to the middle of the field, and Tyreek's going to the outside. Watch. Or he's just pushing up the field. And then that leaves, I don't know who this is. This might be 21 on Tyreek, but the throw is so good, it beats him to the sideline. Tyreek gets his feet in, and it's a great play. Yeah. So the ball will always beat the defender, right? So as long as Tua is delivering on that and delivering right away, it's always going to beat the defender. He's just got to be quick on it. He's just got to know exactly where the guy is, the timing. If the timing's down, there's no way the defender's going to get to it. Just no way. So I think that's a great play. That's the Tua to Cheetah. That's the David Long. Hey, and this is, I wanted to show this too. This is cool.
All this potential after Gardner.
So this is Jalen Waddle in the top 100. So Jalen Waddle lands in the 40s in the top 100, and these are his peers kind of talking about him, right? We'll go over this really quickly.
He was going to be top 5 or top 10. I saw this potential after Gardner like a couple years back, and then this year guarded him again. I saw this.
So this is Marlon Humphrey, right? He says Jalen Waddle is going to be top 10 next year. So he said this in 2021, November 12, 2021. That's when he tweeted this. He was like, man, he's like, Jalen Waddle is going to be a top 10 player because he said he saw that when guarding him. Check it out.
This potential after guarding him like a couple years back, and then this year guarded him again, and he was still the same guy.
So Jalen Waddle's 44, and last year he was 63. So he moves up about 20 spots. The Jalen Waddle potential trajectory is just wild. He's a fantastic player. He's really good at what he does. He's a really good receiver. He's explosive. And I think Tyreek really points out some interesting things once he talks about Jalen Waddle in here. That's really cool to see, but I'll continue it on.
Jalen Waddle. Talk about the year he had and what makes him so good.
And what I did, and I hate to stop it, but I love to see the guys' faces light up when they see, their former teammates being spoken about in the top 100. That's just a joy to see, just like them being excited for their guy. Devontae and him played together at Alabama, so really cool reaction to see Devontae just kind of light up. And I'm sure Jalen Waddle did the same thing when they were talking about Devontae. So really cool to see.
Jalen Waddle. Talk about the year he had and what makes him so good.
Tua. And a touchdown from Waddle. Jalen Waddle. Rolling to his left is Tua. Downfield. A touchdown, Waddle.
Sideline looking for Waddle, leaps up, makes the catch in Buffalo territory, 35-yard pickup. Waddle at the Buffalo 40. He's going to outrun everybody all the way to the end zone. A 68-yard touchdown.
Jalen Waddle led the league with over 18 yards per reception.
Oh, man,
So Jalen Waddle led the league in receptions per target. The dude was up there. I think he had 18 yards per reception or something like that. When you're getting that type of production and you're still getting 1,000 yards receiving and you're still being productive, like that's impressive. Like it's one thing for him to have those type of stats and be like a guy who's getting, 20, 30 receptions. But the dude is getting hundreds of receptions. Like he's a really good player. And the fact that he's producing at that clip, at that level is bro, it's crazy. It really is crazy.
Extremely explosive, speed,
route running. I believe Jalen can do it all.
Here we come.
Yes, sir.
Here we come.
He can catch a pass behind the line.
That's crazy. That was the same route that Tyreek just ran. It was just on the other side of the field. So Tyreek ran it on the left side of the field. Jalen just ran the same exact route on the right side of the field. Check it out. Watch him get off the line and just run. And the way he just cruises in this speed out, he just really runs hard. And it just seems so seamless the way he just gets into the break and just cruises to the sideline, catches the ball, makes the play. It's just second nature to him. Second nature to him.
I believe Jalen can do it all.
Here we come. Here we come.
Hey, man, look at this dude. Let's Go Niners in here trolling. Show the highlights where the Niners shut him down. Bro, what? Hey, don't worry. Y'all ain't figured out who your quarterback is, bro. So when you figure out who your quarterback is, then come talk to me, bro. Come holler at me when you figure out who your quarterback is. We got our guy, QB1 Tua Leroy. Who is your guy? Is it Bradford? Is it what's his name? Purdy? Broxo Purdy and Trey Lance? Who which one is it, bro? Stop trolling, bro. You sound bad. Continuing on. You see my dog get this route. Look at it.
He can catch a.
I just want to see him catch that with his hands and not his body. Come on, Jalen. Just catch that with your hands. I know it's easy. Routine. I need hands right there. Hands, bring it in. Easy money. Go to the ground. Good play.
He can catch a pass behind the line of scrimmage and he can go score.
Waddle on the right side. Blockers in front. Who's down right at the 1 yard line.
That's what I want to see too. I want to see more screens for these guys. So more of getting it to them quick, maybe behind the line of scrimmage, and let them get ghosts. Let them do their thing. If we're going to put emphasis on blocking for the receivers, they got to be able to make those plays. The receivers got to block for guys, and then you got to spring them, right? Especially if you got the numbers. We talked about the numbers game. When you got the numbers over there, they got two corners playing against three wide receivers. Throw that quick screen right now. You got two blockers. Have them get one, and then run you off to the races. Let somebody get ghost on them. All you got to do is beat the safety. Last man to beat is a safety.
You know, you're not the biggest guy, which makes it even harder to stay on them. You know what I mean? You got to try to use your legs because it's going to be hard to get hands on them.
If you don't,
He said, hey, Sauce said, hey, you got to use your legs because you can't get hands on them. You can't hold. And we know your boy be holding. Sauce, we know you be holding. You ain't going to be able to guard us, bro, especially when they throw them penalties on you. Be careful, young man. Be very, very careful.
you don't have the perfect angle yet, if you're ever stopping your feet, you're not already running, it can be a long run that you might just be following him into the end zone.
Your favorite Waddle play from last year?
Against Detroit, Tua threw a nice ball. Waddle ran right up under it.
There he throws a touchdown, Waddle.
You know, when he gets in the end zone, too, it's always.
Honestly, I don't even think that's the play. I think they put in the wrong play. The play was a corner route to Waddle, and he basically threw it right to him. Tua threw it right to him over the shoulder, right? Over the shoulder like this, catches it, runs into the end zone. But Tua threw the perfect ball. That wasn't the play right there. So I think NFL, they got it wrong on that one. That wasn't the play he was talking about. That was just a routine little throw. But Waddle had 2 touchdowns in this game that were just crazy. Not that one. That wasn't the one.
Fun because you get to see him sell. You get to see him do the Waddle.
I started right and just worked throughout the progression, and Waddle was the last.
6-tutty game from Tua Leroy. That's what it was. This was the game winner.
That's the resort on that, and so stepped up. Seen him break in,
go get it with his hands,
and then
bring it in.
Gave him an opportunity to make a play, and that's what he did for us.
Talk us through that play.
Yeah, so there was a game plan play we had. I said next time I touch it, I was gonna try to take it for.
Oh, I love this play. I love it. Him and Tyreek, bro. This is a special moment. Then this was such a good game in the first half. And then 2 or 3 picks in the second half, and it just ruined my Christmas. But
for the long one.
We took a slant about 60, 70 yards. You just caught it, and as soon as you caught it, you just turned upfield.
It's caught by Waddle. Waddle's got a blocker in front of him.
Reek had really got me out the
and check out Reek though.
Gate with his little block downfield.
In Miami, speed. Recognize speed.
Touchdown Miami. 84 yards.
Yes, sir.
Stay on the ground and catch the ball, and then to be able to transition.
What did Tyreek say? He said, stay on the ground and catch the ball. Stay on the ground and catch the ball so you can continue to run. That's important. Stay on the ground, catch the ball. Don't jump. Don't leave your feet. You leave your feet, that means you can't get traction, right? You got to stay on the ground. I think Tyreek, he pointed it out there. Stay on the ground and catch the ball.
And then run down the field 80 yards, was definitely a moment I was like, yo, this dude really him like that. You feel me? So just being able to be on the field, with him each and every Sunday is just a blessing, man.
It means a lot because with his little block downfield.
In Miami, speed.
My toucher. I was going to try to
I want you guys to see this again. I want you to see how far Tyreek was back and how he caught him.
Take it for the long one.
We took a slant about 60, 70 yards. You just caught it, and as soon as you caught it, you just turned upfield.
It's caught by Waddle. Waddle's got a blocker.
Look at Waddle now. Look at Waddle. They're kind of head to head right here.
Reek had
look at Reek. Reek falling behind, but check out Reek's speed.
It really got me out the gate with his little block downfield.
In Miami, speed. Recognize speed.
Yes, sir.
84 yards.
Great
able
play.
to transition and then run down the field 80 yards, was definitely a moment I was like, yo, this dude really him like that. You feel me? So
really him.
Just being able to be on the field, with him each and every Sunday is just a blessing, man.
It means a lot because ultimately I feel like that's what you're playing for. The respect of your peers and people that you play against and play with.
That was dope. That was dope. So shout out to Jalen Waddle, number 44 on the top 100. That's a beautiful thing to see. The Miami Dolphins will have, check this out. The Miami Dolphins will have 7 players in there, I think, because you still have Ramsey left, you still have Tyreek left, and I'm pretty sure Chubb is going to be on the list. He's getting interviewed, so he's most likely on the list, and he's going to be up there probably in the 30s or 20s, right? I think that could be the case. So you already have Christian Wilkins, Teron Armstead, Tua on the list. You're going to get another 3 guys at least. You're going to get Jalen Ramsey, Tyreek, and Chubb, right? Jalen, Tyreek, and Chubb. And then you could possibly have another guy in Dalvin Cook, who's number like 81, bro. Just imagine having 8 players from your team on the top 100. Bro, that is wild. That is wild. The Miami Dolphins had typically had 1 guy on there. Literally 1 guy. And that's usually been X. And that's it, right? And Waddle just got on there last year. So that's typically how it's been. So what I want you guys to understand is that this team is special. This team is doing great things. Before I get out of here, before I cut out, and I got a few more minutes, I want to kind of go over a couple of things. Those couple things. Tyreek. I want to see Tyreek get more involved in the offense. I want to see him making plays, and I know that's going to come. We haven't heard a lot about him at camp making huge plays, but I want to see him get involved. Him and Waddle, whether it's running the ball with the reverses, jet sweeps, stuff like that. I know it's coming. I know Mike McDaniel isn't putting everything in at once, but that's just what I want to see. I think if we do that earlier in the season this year and get creative against teams, we're gonna be much better off, right? So I think that's going to be the case. Another thing, Jalen's absence leads to a huge opportunity for guys like Cam Smith, Trill Williams, right? Noah Igbenogany. I'm hearing Cam Smith is playing well. We need a guy to step in and fill the void while he's gone. Eli Apple will also be there to get reps, right? Everybody will get reps. Whoever's playing the best will take on that position, right? On the boundary. So it's good to see that. Another thing to watch for, Skylar. Is Skylar outperforming Mike White? So today I heard that Tua had an okay day. I heard Mike White had an okay day. I heard Skylar had the best day from one source. I had Mike White or Tua had the best day from another source. So we're all over the place in terms of reports, all over the place. But I'll be out there Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, so I'll be able to get the opportunity to look at it myself, especially with the scrimmage going on. You'll see some ones on ones, maybe some ones on twos, and just kind of figure out who's playing well and doing what, right? So look out for that quarterback number 2 battle. That quarterback number 2 battle is a real thing. Fangio's defense is making noise. I mean, guys, this was a good unit last year. This was a really good unit last year. Maybe it's an even better unit this year. I think J.R. Black, what you got for me? He says, CB, please point out Tua was on the far hash throwing and out to the opposite sideline to Hill. Haters saying Tua can't do it. Once again, film debunks the haters' biased narratives. And you're right, right? Let me you wanted me to point it out, so I'll go point it out for him, right? Let me point it out for him real quick. That's what I want to do. I want to get at people exactly what they want. So let me do this. Share screen. They say Tua can't throw the football. He's decent. Decent. He making some plays, guys. I can't be mad at this. I really can't be mad at this. Let me do this. Let me do this. So this is Tua. Let's see where Tua lines up. So it's pretty much kind of, middle of the field. Maybe we could say he's a little bit shaded to the right. The ball is on the right hash. So the ball is on the right hash. We see the ball right there. Or no, the ball's right there on the right hash. I'm looking at this defender's foot, but it looks like he's kind of right on that right hash area. Right? So he takes the ball from that's the 50 right there. So he's at the 45. He's basically on the 45-yard line. He delivers the ball to the opposite 45, right? No, not the opposite 45, the opposite 35. So this travels about 20, more than that. It's 20 yards, a 20-yard gain, but it's probably a longer throw because of the angle. That's just simple geometry. So it is a good throw. It's a 25, 30-yard throw with some velocity, and he sticks it in there. Homo. So it's a good ball. That's a good point out. That's a good point out, J.R. Black. Appreciate you pointing that out. But yeah, man. Another thing. So yeah, Tua can throw the ball, man. We don't listen to these haters. So Jalen absence, huge opportunity. Skylar and Mike White, we talked about them. We talked about Fangio's defense. Fangio's defense is looking good. It's looking like it's going to give teams fits. And that's what we want. We want a defense that's going to make it hard on the other team. We want to get off the field on third down. I think that's where the Miami Dolphins were the worst last year. It's just getting off the field on third down. We struggle, right? So we want to be a team who's efficient on third down, who can get team into these 3 and outs. And I know every drive is not going to be a 3 and out, but you need to kind of mix some in so you can get the offense the ball back and give them more opportunity to score, right? And not only is Cam Smith playing good ball, but Kader Kohu is playing fantastic. He's just picking up from where he left off. He's a dog. We saw that last year. And what happened? Did I freeze? Oh, okay. Might have froze. Damn. So Kader was really one of the best players on the field last year, point blank, period. Right. So we got to give him his due. If he's picking up from where he left off last year, that's going to be a great thing for the defense. And then the last tidbit is X maybe having to go, maybe X has to travel again. And hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully our second boundary guy in Cam Smith, Eli Apple, Noah Igbenogany, whoever it is, maybe that guy is so good that X doesn't have to travel all over the field and play the best guy, right? I did see that, Mudbone. I did freeze a little bit. I don't know what's going on with this connection. I should be good. I'm hardwired in, so I know what's going on. But maybe that's the case. So these are just some tidbits. I really appreciate you guys coming out. It's 1 hour and the 15 minute mark. No donations today, no members today, but hey, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe to content. If you can't donate, if you can't become a member, please just like the video and share it on Dolphins groups, Facebook, share it on Instagram or Twitter. I'm on Twitter. If you're not following me on Twitter, do me a favor, do that right now. Follow me on Twitter. Whenever you see my video link or me going live, just retweet that. That helps get it out there. That really helps a lot. So if you guys can retweet that stuff or quote the tweet and say, I'm looking forward to the show, that'd be dope. It just helps with everything, with the algorithm, with everything, man. I appreciate you guys coming out. Love everybody in the chat. I see y'all. Shout out to the homie Mudbone with the $5 donation. I appreciate you, Mudbone. That's big time. Anybody who's reaching into their pockets to help the kid helps tremendously, bro. It really does help tremendously. If you want to become a member, become a member. You got to do it from a laptop or a desktop, which is whack. But go to my page, hit the join button, become a member. Mudbone, I appreciate you, bro. That's big time. Love you for that, bro. Love you for that. Hey, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. I'll be back tomorrow. They will have some more updates tomorrow for day 2 with pads on. So this will be day 6, right? So we'll do the day 6 recap tomorrow. I think Wednesday they might get the day off, and then Thursday they might practice again. So we'll see what happens. But I know Thursday we're there, Friday we're there, Saturday we're there. We're getting after it. All right. So we got to go do that. So shout out to everybody in the chat. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. You already know what time it is. It's Finn's Take with CB83. Bring the energy. Yes, sir. Shout out to the homie Mudbone for donating. Wayne D said he's going to become a member. He's going to become that 11th. We need to get to the 13 mark. Who's going to be that 13 Dan Marino member of the group? Shout out to the homie Shake Money, all the members gang, Cruz Ruiz, Adam Sadowski, Chef Jew, all the homies, man. Raul Parada, everybody, man. S. Harris, JR Black, Let's Go Niners, Mudbone, Ian Baller was in here, DG Live was popping, Tony Fentress, Brandon, I see you, Brandon. G's in the building. G's in the members gang. Andrevius is in the members gang. The homie Big Philly was in here, man. Everybody was in here. Shula Forever was popping. Wayne D, we got to talk. Mr. Miami, the legend killer, Mr. Miami. Shout out to everybody, man. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. I'm out this joint. See ya.
Came from the bottom, that's foreign. I swear that I'm up for the sun in the morning. Oof, hey, I gotta flex. I need a Nike bag, give me the check. I need the money and power, respect, but I promise I'm repping the O to the dead. Hey, oof, I sold them out of my way. I don't got nothing to say. Now they can't run at my pace. Yeah, they know that we ain't the same. 402, we rep the gang. I told them this ain't a game.